Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Moeed Pirzada to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Moeed Pirzada's words. Before me, there are many developments regarding Pakistan, the world, the Eastern region and the dynamics of America and Europe. Since my entire focus for the last 18 hours has been on the Islamic summit in Doha, there have also been many interesting developments in Pakistan during this same time period. We are seeing that former three-time Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, the Lion of Punjab, has once again fled to London. This is happening at a time when General Asim Field Marshal General Asim Munir, is nearing his second retirement, after which either a notification for 2 or 5 years will be issued or a new army chief will be appointed. Only 73 days remain at this stage. At such a time, Nawaz Sharif has disappeared from Pakistan. Apparently, as Dr. Shahbaz had claimed many days ago, Nawaz Sharif was supposed to be missing for 15 days. I thought Shahbaz was exaggerating, but what was feared actually happened. During this same time period, an important witness in the Toshakhana case against Imran Khan has turned hostile. What is this matter? However, Imran Khan's message, conveyed to us through his sister from outside the jail court, focuses heavily on the recent situation in Afghanistan and the ongoing military operation in the tribal areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Imran Khan has sent a very intelligent and brilliant message saying that Mahmud Khan Achakzai, the founding leader of the Pakhtunkhwa Milli Awami Party and a leader of Tehreek-e-Azadi Pakistan, should travel to Afghanistan with a delegation to improve the situation there. This shows that Imran Khan, sitting in Adiala jail, is less concerned about his health or his family and more focused on peace in Pakistan and the region. Now, it is important to mention that in the past 24 to 18 hours, the Pakistan Army has lost more officers and soldiers in clashes in Balochistan. I will also discuss the cause behind this. There is no doubt that the officers and soldiers are sacrificing their lives for their motherland, but the question is, what is the sense of direction in this entire conflict and current situation? At the same time, there is a rather comical situation involving a Pink Panther kind of episode where we see that Islamabad High Court Chief Justice Sarfraz Doga is hiding while advocate Iman Hazir is following him with his case. Doga is behaving strangely, and I will share pictures with you. But before diving into all this, we should do a roundup, an update. What was the outcome of the so-called Islamic summit in Doha? It was said that over 50 heads of Muslim countries, including kings, princes, presidents, prime ministers and generals, were present. What was the result? If I put it simply, it was like digging a mountain and finding a dead mouse. Many people in Pakistan understand this statement as 0 + 0 = 0, which some attribute to the late Aziz Shahid Israwadi, leader of undivided Pakistan. But actually, this statement belongs to a distinguished Egyptian statesman, left of centre, named Saad Zaghloul, who died around 1929 or 1930. He said that Arabs are inactive, 0 + 0 = 0. After the summit, I saw detailed reports from two sources, one from an Associated Press correspondent or editor and the other from Al Jazeera, which is a Doha publication. Both concluded that no concrete proposals emerged. The Associated Press editor said that many wanted strong action, like Turkey, but no agreement was reached because different leaders had different ideas. According to Al Jazeera, they decided on a joint defense mechanism for GCC countries. But an Islamic military force already exists in Saudi Arabia, where General Raheel Sharif has been stationed since 2013, reportedly earning $1 million a month. As I mentioned in my previous vlog, the force exists with equipment and resources. Regarding Israel's F-15 and F-35 aircraft, if we assume they did not enter Saudi soil, they probably launched their missiles from Saudi airspace. Even if they fired from the Red Sea near Bara Ammar, it raises the question, why couldn't the Islamic military force detect these strikes? They flew close to Jeddah and dropped a 1,500-kilogram payload from 1,500 kilometers away. So the argument for creating a joint defense mechanism is a non-starter. It was expected that the countries would take strong diplomatic action, suspending relations with Israel, freezing Abraham Accords discussions, stopping trade, cultural, educational and scientific exchanges, and closing their airspace to Israel. I even said in earlier vlogs that they could easily differentiate between Israel and Netanyahu. Many in Pakistan don't understand international relations to grasp this point. Netanyahu's government's behavior and attitude are unacceptable. As long as Netanyahu remains in power, there will be no diplomatic relations or exchanges under the Abraham Accords. There is a strange misconception in the minds of many Muslims that their only response to issues is war, weapons and swords. But what was required here was courage to take concrete measures, which these leaders failed to show. The whole diplomatic action ended up 0+0, strengthening those who believed it was just a scripted show. It seems the Arab countries, possibly including Qatar, were convinced by Israel and the US to target Hamas and eradicate its leadership for peace to come. This is a huge intellectual failure because history shows us otherwise. In 2006, Hamas won elections, and before that, Gaza and the West Bank had a single government under Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. Then Gaza rebelled under Hamas, which became very popular because Israel kept expanding settlements in the West Bank and carried out massacres there regularly. The PA had no military, and its police were used as extensions by Israel. These were the political circumstances in which Hamas grew. As long as Israel's settlement policy continues, no matter how much Arab states try to eliminate Hamas, no better solution will emerge. Instead, more problems will arise, as has been happening for 50 to 60 years. The result of all this helplessness is that Netanyahu has become emboldened. In the last 24 hours, Prime Minister Netanyahu made another statement that wherever Hamas members are worldwide, they will be hunted down, chased, and eliminated. This is no empty threat. If Turkey has sheltered them, don't rule out the possibility that they will be targeted and assassinated there. On the other hand, the recent news is that US Secretary of State Marco Rubio gave a statement before leaving Israel and heading to Doha on Tuesday to heal wounds. However, he said in front of the press that the Gaza siege will only end if Hamas releases all hostages. Without this, the siege will not end, which is strange because Israeli military and intelligence estimates say only 20 of 48 hostages are alive. The real issue is not the hostages, but the future of Gaza land and the displacement of Palestinians. That's my current understanding. Now back to London, where my topic is dear to my heart, because I see a big problem emerging for Muslims in Europe and Britain. There was a protest against Tommy Robinson in London, which has many reasons behind it. I will discuss this in detail in another vlog, possibly with experts. A major reason is a lobby supporting Tommy Robinson, believed to be the Zionist lobby trying to delegitimize the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer's government by targeting Muslim groups, especially leftist and Muslim groups protesting for Palestine and Gaza. In the last few weeks and months, grooming sex scandals have been widely highlighted as gang issues. There is no doubt that grooming sex scandals are a serious problem and sadly have happened. But the way these are politically exploited on platforms like Twitter, with Elon Musk involved, shows that the real issue is larger political maneuvering. At the same time, in the United States, Vice President J.D. Vance hosted a 2 to 2.5 hour podcast with Stephen Beller, advisor to Donald Trump, blaming liberal and leftist groups for the environment that led to the murder of Charlie Kirk. There is no police or FBI evidence so far that supports this. Charlie Kirk was outspoken against homosexuals, lesbians, gays and transgender people. Also, Tyler Robinson, reportedly a gay man, had a roommate who legally changed gender from male to female and was romantically involved with him. Tyler was angry that Charlie Kirk incited violence against LGBTQ+ people. Now, jumping back from Doha and the world to our own backyard, Pakistan, everything revolves around Nawaz Sharif, General Asim and Imran Khan. Nawaz Sharif has fled to London again. This is not the first time. He always escapes to London. Dr. Shahbaz Gill had been speaking about this earlier and has now labelled it a headache extension. But I feel that the matter is probably not so simple. The reason is that there will definitely be tension between the Sharif family camp and Asim Munir, and the issue will be whether the 2-year extension should be granted or it should be 5 years. The Sharif family cannot free themselves from Asim Munir at this stage because the situation in Pakistani politics is such that the Sharif family and General Asim Munir have become indispensable for each other. The Sharif family doesn't really have many options. They cannot trust anyone. In other words, they cannot survive without each other. Another real reason is that Imran Khan, who is sitting inside Adiala jail, has not given any space to either side, and it is because of Imran that their unity has been maintained. Now, in the case of the Poshakhan or bathroom incident, the witness has apparently cracked. Sources from Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, are happily reporting that the witness has said that everything he said was under pressure. It was not his statement. Many questions arise in my mind about the entire situation because, given the conditions inside Pakistan, how did the witness manage to recount things this way? I have questions, and I wanted to hear from Barrister Salman Safdar directly about what actually happened. But in his brief press talk, he did not explain much. He said the witness was not credible, not effective, and failed to prove the case during cross-examination. He did not describe the witness the way many podcasters and lawyers are describing him. Mrs. Alima Khan held a press talk citing Imran Khan's message. Noreen was also present there, along with Barrister Salman Safdar. After a long time, Ali Amin Gandapur was seen with them, which is also an interesting change. Ali Amin Gandapur has announced that he will gather 1 million people in Peshawar and hold a big rally. He made many interesting statements and once again has become very prominent. In the press talk, the principal emphasis was on Imran Khan's demand to stop the military operation in the tribal area. He wants it to be stopped because he believes that fundamentally the military operation is being conducted to make Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's popular government unpopular, just like the same tactics and strategies were used against the Awami National Party. But they have a lot of fear and concern about Afghanistan. I'm sorry, but they want Mahmud Khan Achakzai to go to Afghanistan with a delegation to try and explore peace regarding the situation there. They think that the way Afghan brothers have been pushed out of Pakistan has ruined the hard work done over many years to improve relations. I am very impressed that Sheikh Imran Khan, sitting inside Adiala jail, does not have concerns about his health or his family. He talks very little about his wife and children, though he does mention his wife sometimes. But really, the amount of concern he has for Afghanistan-Pakistan relations and the vision for peace is evident here. In this context, when you look at the situation in Balochistan, at the place of the attack, 1 captain and 4 Pakistan Army soldiers were martyred, sacrificing their lives for the motherland. The question is, are these young soldiers really sacrificing for the homeland, or are Pakistan's influential elites and ruling class using their sacrifices and lives for their political interests? How long will this continue? Every time statements are issued. Regarding the recent attack in the Kakh area, the improvised explosive device exploded. Also in Banu, in Laki Marwat, 35 militants were killed over the last few days. In the past 3 days, the Pakistan Army has admitted via ISPR, or Inter-Services Public Relations, that they have lost 19 officers and soldiers. Whenever their soldiers or officers are lost, they claim to have killed many terrorists, 119, 35, 4 or 40, depending on the situation. Sometimes they blame Fitna Khawarij, sometimes Fitna al-Hindustan. It seems they want to tell people that the total number of terrorists opposing them is 500, 300, 400 or 800, and that many have been killed while some remain. But this is not the case. This is an ongoing political challenge, and no solution is coming from these military operations. But no one stands up to ask where this situation will ultimately lead. Now, a very interesting development that I couldn't discuss in the last vlog relates to a publication. The American publication Drop Site by Ryan Grimm, Murtaza Hussain and Waqas Ahmed produced a story which I showed you in the last vlog and will show again. They explained how the Commonwealth Election Observer Group's report for Pakistan's February 8, 2014 elections was leaked, apparently from Pakistan, not from Britain, and was published. The report revealed how Commonwealth and other observer groups like the European Union typically publish their reports within days or weeks. But this was the first time in 70 years that the Commonwealth Election Observer Group's report went missing and was neither released nor shared with opposition parties or the media. When it was leaked, a Commonwealth spokesperson said that they had already shared the report with Pakistan's Election Commission and that the full report would be published soon in September. This became a scandal. Following this, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf demanded the Government and Election Commission to publish the report, which Imran Khan also mentioned. The report clearly stated that many early election results in Pakistan were later changed. Initially, it looked like PTI was winning, but later other candidates won, and those who were supposed to win could not reach the assembly, while some losers did. The report contains many other details. I want to point out something even more significant. The drop site story also reveals that the European Union experts who came to Pakistan also did not publish their report. The story further says that the European Union officials went to the Ombudsman with complaints about the missing Pakistan Election Observer report. The European Union's Foreign Policy Intelligence Agency said they could not publish the report because doing so would damage EU-Pakistan relations. This clearly shows that Pakistan's military lobbied extensively with the Commonwealth Secretariat and the European Union to suppress the reports. But here a big question arises, because the drop site story reminds us that the 2018 elections held on July 25, 2018, had their reports released immediately by the Commonwealth, and a detailed report by the European Union was published trying to show that the election was rigged to favour Imran Khan, claiming he was forcefully made the winner. Let me remind those who watch Pakistan's history. In the 2013 elections, Nawaz Sharif had secured nearly 130 seats, mostly from Punjab. In 2018, PTI won seats from 3 different provinces, roughly 38 or 40 seats from KP, and only 61 from Punjab. Nawaz Sharif had secured about 115 or 116 seats from Punjab in 2013. Even though I was part of the election cell, our estimate was Nawaz Sharif would get only about 80 to 85 seats from Punjab, but he got much more. PTI was strong, but got only 61 seats from Punjab in 2013. In 2018, they got 15 seats from Karachi unofficially. Many reports were published against Imran Khan, but the situation of the 2018 elections needs no further comment. The European Union never released its election observer report. What does this indicate? You can check my Twitter handle. I have a pinned tweet that I retweeted several times. On July 10th, 2018, 15 days before the July 25th, 2018 elections, I tweeted that there was an international narrative being developed against Pakistan's elections, which seemed designed to make life difficult for the incoming government and question its legitimacy. A legitimate government came in, but the accusation was that the military brought it in or didn't. But the government was unacceptable. Now the military rules, Western agencies accept this. So, if you understand, in Muslim countries like Pakistan, the actual rule is not of the people, but of institutions controlled by Western agencies and powerful institutions. This is a very sad note. But an interesting and somewhat funny thing is that the Chief Justice of Islamabad, Sarfraz Dogar, is running around scared because an advocate named Imran Mazari filed a harassment application against him within 24 hours and demanded CCTV footage from the Islamabad registrar. I am sure the registrar has not yet said yes and might claim the CCTV was not working or the footage is lost due to a power outage and short circuit. Inside the court, the Chief Justice says he never said what he is accused of, but Imran Mazari is trying to prove he did. There was a harassment committee in Islamabad High Court headed by Saman Rafat, which included Sardar Ijazi Shak and Justice Tahir Arbab. But the committee was dissolved early morning and Justice Sarfraz Dogar removed Saman Rafat Imtiaz and replaced her with Justice Minas. Now, the game being played in Pakistan resembles the Pink Panther movies, but this has nothing to do with Imran Khan or PTI. The whole system of Pakistan has become a joke and is collapsing. When a system deteriorates so badly that it suddenly collapses, that's inevitable. That wraps up our translation of Moeed Pirzada's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.